Today, I want to talk about my first side hustle that I ever had before I started going into this black hole of creative entrepreneurship. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Journey, and this is Latoya Dixon Smith of LatoyaDSmith.com. If you remember from the last video, I talked about how I've had so many different businesses and side hustles that sparked from a lot of different interests and where I was at a point in time. But my very first side hustle that I had was an online Instagram closet where I sold my son Kent's new and pre-loved clothes on Instagram. And it was called Kent's Closet. You can actually go to Kent's Closet right now. Kent's Closet is the handle, but it's Kent, KENTKLOSET is the Instagram handle. Today I want to talk about 6 things my first side hustle taught me. So let's get into it. The first thing that my side hustle of Kent's Closet taught me was pricing. Now, I already knew what the retail value of some of these clothes were, but I had to keep in mind that my market was moms who wanted to buy things off of Instagram, and so I knew that the price point definitely wasn't going to be high. They needed to be reasonably priced in the sense that someone who is either a stay-at-home mom or a mom who doesn't want to pay retail value for clothes is just going to go on Instagram and get them instead. And especially with the used clothes, I knew that nobody's going to pay full price for used clothing, so I had to learn how to price my products accordingly. I sold t-shirts, shorts, shoes, hats, beanies, other types of accessories, things like that. So that was the first thing that I learned. The second thing I learned was how to create a solid operation. Whenever you have a product-based business, there are lots of things involved. Of course, you need to have a platform to receive the orders. You need to have a way to communicate with your customers. You need to have a sort of packing and shipping process, and even a way to incorporate how do my clients get notification that their package has arrived, those sort of things. So I had to figure out the entire operation. Initially, I started out using, as far as packaging, I just use reused bags that I had around the house, and sometimes I would just like tape up plastic bags so that it would look a little bit more covert, and it looked really sketchy, don't get me wrong, but it didn't look as sketchy as it would have been if I didn't wrap it up in such a way. Then I got a little fancy and I upgraded to these nifty little plastic bags that you could seal. It has like a little plastic seal that you can peel off there, and you can just seal it right on up. And so these come in different sizes. I bought mine off of Amazon. You can get a good bit of them off Amazon for a good price. And so that's what I use to ship my clothes in. But you have to know that packaging it is only half of the battle. How are you going to package it? Are you going to send it to the post office? Are you going to mail it from your house? I did not want to go to the post office every single day, so I found an option that worked for me in mailing things from home. PayPal has a Ship Now service in which you can use someone's email that they have attached to their PayPal account and ship them anything. So what I went and did was, also using Amazon, because who doesn't love Amazon, I bought this scale, and this is just a 5-pound scale, nothing fancy. But in order for you to ship using PayPal service, you have to know the weight of the product. And so this is why these really lightweight bags are good, because it doesn't add a lot of weight. And you insert the weight of the package into PayPal, and that will determine your shipping. So I believe this scale ran me about $15 on Amazon. I will link it in the description. So what I did was I'd post the pictures of the item that I had for sale, post the description of it, whether it was new, used, very good used condition, those sort of acronyms that really describe what the product's condition is, as well as the price. Next, I would wait for commenters to essentially just shop. And the way that they claimed the item was by posting their email address in the comments. Then I would go to PayPal and create an invoice which would be sent to them. After that, they pay the invoice, I get the notification, and then I'm ready to ship their package. Now, the great thing about using PayPal for this is that you don't have to memorize any addresses or anything. Whatever address is attached to their PayPal account, that's what automatically is used. And after that, I would just print out the postage slip that I would put on top of the package itself using this. Then all I needed to do was wait for my mailman to come, pick it up from the mailbox, and it was there to go. And my money would be in my PayPal account. I would not ship anything until I got my money. That's key. So the third thing it taught me was social media marketing. And this was essentially me just letting my customers know, letting potential customers know about what Kent's Closet was. I had to promote myself, and since I was selling on Instagram, that was the platform that I really used. I would do so in ways that would say, hey, I just posted a few new things, go ahead and take a look. Sometimes I would give promotional offers for bundled discounts, things like that. I would also partake in follow for follow or share for share is what we called it, when another shop owner wanted to share out their products and in return they shared your products as well. So there was a lot of different things that I used to kind of market myself and to show, hey, you know, I'm the one you want to come to for quality items. Kent was wearing a lot of Gap stuff, a lot of H&M, because we lived in upstate New York at the time, so we had an H&M in our mall. And so we had a lot of really cute stuff. It wasn't the traditional style clothing. It was a lot more modern kids clothing. And so that's what I was known for in my shop. The fourth thing that I learned, which was also good, was how to negotiate. Not only for me in negotiating pricing for what I was gonna pay from another shop, but also me as a business owner. Now, there was a lot of bargaining that went on, and sometimes you just really wanted to make that sale, but you want to make sure that you do it at a good price. And so it helped me learn how to negotiate, how to put out an offer, what offers to accept. Learning how to negotiate helped me to figure out which items where I could compromise a little bit and negotiate the price that I'd set, which items I would not absolutely budge on, how I'm going to put out an offer, what offers were going to be accepted. So it was a little complicated at times when I first got started, because it really feels good when you make that sale, but some sales aren't good sales, and you have to know when to budge and when to kind of ease up a little bit so that you can clear out your inventory. Number 5 was customer service, and this required a lot of patience because you had people come to your shop who felt really entitled to some of the things. I remember I got in a mini disagreement with someone. They felt that the shoes that I had put up for sale were priced really high. And the reason they were priced high, the shoes itself were expensive, but also they didn't realize that when I bought them from the retailer, their shipping was like almost $20. I wanted to make sure that I recouped that amount as well, so I priced accordingly. People will try you sometimes, and you have to explain to them, you know, this is the value of the price based on market value. You have to go back and answer people's questions. I had a lot of people ask me about measurements. That was a really big thing, especially with shoes. Or if people just had like really tall kids and they want to make sure that the shirt was going to fit properly. So you have to be open to addressing your customers' concerns and make sure that if they have a question at all, that you address it. And hopefully you address it in a timely manner, because if there's like any doubt or hint of uncertainty, that is not good, not at all. I also had a post where I would ask my customers for feedback, and that was good too. It was a good way to show some social proof that, you know, I wasn't a scammer. I'm not just taking people's money and not shipping them these items. And so that was good to have, to show people that, you know, hey, I'm a legit seller. I ship quickly, promptly, and should you have any questions, you know that I'm willing to answer them and address them. And finally, what my first side hustle taught me was the art of collaboration. I would partner with other handmade shops to do giveaways, and that was a really good one because at the time I was also creating these DIY Galaxy slip-in shoes, and so there was another lady who was making the Galaxy themed bibs. And so we went in together, and there was another lady who was selling leggings. So we had like a Galaxy themed giveaway. And that really helped all of us to share our audiences with each other. And we got a few sales off of them as well. Not only that, not only making sales, but it also got our audiences out there. You would probably get a few more followers each time you did something like that. But it was good just to kind of connect with other moms as well, who were all just trying to get some extra cash, right? So what better way to do that than to do it together? I wanted to share that because I posted on my Facebook page the other day and I asked my friends, what was your first side hustle? Legal side hustles, of course. And I got so many different responses that were really cool to hear about. I didn't know some of my friends were barbers. A lot of people babysat. Some people got a little bit more creative and selling things when they were at school when they were really young. And I wish I knew how to do that when I was younger. But this was my first side hustle, and I'm really glad that I started where I started. It made me realize that it wasn't my favorite thing to do in the world. Didn't actually give me really great returns, that I wanted something more than that, which is eventually I moved into creating my own boutique. At the time, sometimes I would only make like $1 or $2 or $3 to a sale. And nowadays, knowing how much I put into creating the account, updating the pictures, answering emails, answering comments, it was not worth it at all. But it was all in the experience. And that's a part of the journey, and that's why I'm sharing it. I hope this has inspired you guys. I want you to let me know, what was your first side hustle? Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you later.